Hey, Shalom Akim. Giving all praises, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruchah Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. I just want to read an excerpt from a book written by Salim Kurban, which is titled Satan's Angels Exposed. Now, Apostle Tahar made in his, in the old apostles sit downs, he made reference to this book many a times. So it's called Satan's Angels Exposed by Salim Kurban, and it goes into the different plans of these so-called elites. All right, it goes into the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, and these different secret societies. Illuminati, Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, and other secret societies, and it speaks on some of their plans and devices. All right, so this is from this is in the page 217, and I'm just gonna read real quick and then bring out some scriptures. All right, so the title is Towards Socialized Government. And it reads, in the past few years, we have seen the continued gradual approach to centralized government control of our lives through socialistic programs. All right, and this book also goes into gradualism, how these devils they work through gradualism. So they present an idea, and gradually they make it acceptable, to society. Okay. It says these include recent energy programs, and an example is that they mention is abortion. How first it was not accepted, but now, abortion is basically widely accepted. But spirit, because they today, I think they had they ruled against abortion. All right, which ultimately is going to is causing a division. All right, and we know how this devil gets down by way of the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem. Salakia. It's cause, problem, and solution. Right, so pressure from above and pressure from below. He creates the problem, and then problem Salakia, problem, reaction, solution. Salakia, not cause. It's the Hegelian dialectic is the problem, reaction, solution. Right, so once again, pressure from above and pressure from below. He creates the problem. Now there's a reaction, obviously, from the people, and then he presents the solution. All right, and what they're ultimately trying to do is create order out of chaos. All right, so this devil is, when speaking of these elites, they're with the division. Okay, in order that it causes chaos, and then finally he presents a solution. All right, so that goes into gradualism. So reading on, it says these include recent energy programs, socializing, and welfare programs, guaranteed annual wage. All right. These I'm gonna start over. In the past few years, we have seen the continued gradual approach to centralized government control of our lives through socialistic programs. These include recent energy programs, socializing and welfare programs, guaranteed annual wage, social security, and medical security programs. On the surface, they may appear beneficial, but they all eventually will lead to a people who become subservient, submissive to Big Brother. All right, and that all goes into that one world order, where they have full control of everything. Like the head of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, says, "You will own nothing and be happy." Okay, so they basically want to give everybody a an equal wage. Have full control of your life, and that's going into them having everybody marked. Okay, which the only group that pushes the MOTB is really the Men of Great Millstone. That's the only group that pushes the implementation of the RFID micro device. All right. Why? Because that's prophetic. Okay, and the Lord said what? Real quick. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15 and 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." All right, so it all boils down to prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the men that have the spirit of Yahweh Shai will push forth that vibration of prophecy. Okay, it says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." Okay, so it's about preparing the way for Yahweh Shai, but it's about warning. It's about warning the people of what's about to come. Okay, and the warning is strictly from the words of the testimony of Yahweh Shai, the words of this Bible. Okay, verse 3: "Fear not the imaginations against thee; let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right, so this is page 218, and it shows an image of it says here, "Withdrawal limit today of $25, First National Bank." It says, "One day you will drive up to your bank and discover a limit placed on the amount of money you can withdraw. With financial institutions having only about 5% in liquid cash, a run on banks will be disastrous. Withdrawals could be prohibited." And the brother, the leader of the camp, sent us a video on how they're planning to stop the use of cash, and even how they can ultimately freeze your bank accounts, which this article this book goes into that. Okay, and most people in this day and age, they function with the tap. You just use your card and you tap whatever you purchase. You tap for whatever you want to purchase. And most people don't carry liquid cash. And that all goes into gradualism once again. Okay, this first started with cash, and then it went on to the card. You slip your card in, and then now it's easy. You just tap, and then it's gonna move on to people being marked. Okay, with the MOTB. All right. Page 219. It says, "The tragedy of Executive Order 11-921." It says, "Perhaps you did not realize that the U.S. government can freeze your bank account. The president now has the power to announce the existence of a national emergency via Executive Order 11-921 on June 15, 1976. It says, and then also Executive Order number 11490 on October 30th, 1969, and other executive orders. These orders have behind them the force of the law, which could be used to establish a federal dictatorship. Under these orders, federal agencies can control all food supply." All right, and we know that the current food shortages is man-made. Okay, we've seen how thousands of cattle were destroyed. A lot of food facilities were destroyed. How this devil, the Bill Gates of hell, basically owns most of the farmland throughout America. Okay, and which he's a devil. He's all into the people being syringed or vaccinated. Okay. He's also into the creation of mosquitoes. Yeah, I remember you had a video a couple years ago about how they're trying to work on mosquitoes and all sorts of demonic stuff. I believe it's still on the YouTube. But yeah, so he controls most of the farmland in the U.S. Uh, there was also reports of how the cargoes were being stopped a couple years ago or months ago. You know, you know, there was a blockade with the cargo ships. All right, so this food shortages is caused by this devil. Okay, so he's working, man. Okay, this is reading on says under these orders, federal agencies can control all food supply, control all money and credit, control all transportation, control all communication, control all public utilities. All this can come into being by the president merely signing a piece of paper that national emergency exists. Emergency banking regulations. It says under the emergency banking regulation, number one, if this were to occur, your bank accounts would be immediately frozen, both checking and savings. You could be prohibited from making any withdrawals of cash. You could be prohibited from writing any more checks without the bank's approval, except for customary amounts. The bank would decide what is customary. No checks will be honored by any bank for any unauthorized purpose. Such actions, in effect, could allow a president so inclined to surrender the sovereignty of the United States and mold it into a one world socialistic pattern. All right, and that's what they're planning to move into, a one world order. Okay. It says, but there's more. Similar laws also allow the president to control or prohibit all CB radio transmission, confiscate excess and surplus real and personal property owned by private citizens, ration virtually the entire output of American industry, shut down every private school in the country, and take possession of the buildings for government use, and most likely for concentration camps. Okay. There are hundreds of regulations included in this emergency powers plan, which include seizing property, instituting of martial law, controlling travel, all which in effect control the lives of American citizens. Okay. Um. Right. So, hey, this leads me to bring this out first. Daniel 8:25. It reads, "And through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." Right. So that goes into his decrees. Okay. All right. His executive orders. All right. And through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper. Hegelian dialectic. Okay. Um, reaction, solution. Right? He causes craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Right? So he presents these things like they're beneficial to the world, but in fact, right, they're detrimental. It's all for his own purpose, his own evil purpose. All right. Speaking of these elites, which ultimately they want to control the whole world, um, man, definitely want to destroy and get rid of you Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Okay, and a lot of Israelites are actually gonna fall through his craft. Okay, through his witchcraft. All right, but the elect will not be deceived, as it is written. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 24. For there shall arise false Mashayaks and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. All right, so this devil is gonna come with great deception, man, in those last days. Okay, all right, that great weapon that the Lord has allowed him um, to have as a blessing, he's gonna use it, man. Okay, his sword. Okay, he's gonna use his sword, and he's also gonna use his deception. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay, the self-proclaimed white man, okay, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." All right, so these things are going to come rapidly. All right, his great wrath, his deception, okay, knowing that he has but a short time. Okay, and like Apostle Tahar says, in the next 6 months, he sees everything changing, man. All right, and you know, we believe him through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Oshai. Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, so the Lord says destruction unto those that write these grievous decrees. Okay. All right, to turn aside the needy from the judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave for glory? Right? Slack it, because ultimately this devil has his eyes set upon the sons of Israel. All right, he wants to destroy, eradicate the nation of Israel, but that's going to fall upon him. Okay, all these devices, okay, all his enterprises are not going to come to fruition. All right, as it is written, the Lord disappointed the devices of the crafty. Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, Yahweh Shai, that is, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in his own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right? Because what does it say? Scriptures tell you that a kingdom divided cannot stand. Okay? No matter how you try to play it out. Okay? You think you have everything under control. All right? His kingdom will not stand. Matthew 12 and 26. And if Satan cast out Matthew 12 and 25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? All right, so, when he's going to come down with great wrath, forcing the MOTB, okay, there's going to be great division. Those scriptures tell you that he shall set Egyptian amongst against Egyptians. But even when the famine really hits, there's gonna be a lot of chaos, man. Okay, and that he's not even gonna be able to he's not gonna be able to control everything, man. Okay, but he has the sword, so therefore there's gonna be a lot of death, man. Okay, he has the power of the sword, and he's gonna use it mightily, man. All right. All right. And as we were saying, he's moving on to a one world order. This is Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes all. Matter of fact, 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so whoever does not want to worship the image of the beast, which is his system, they're going to be killed, man. Okay, like I said, he's going to use the great sword that the Lord gave him. Okay, all right, because once again, not everybody is going to be with his wicked devices, his wicked plans, okay, including their own people. It says, verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark is the RFID micro device, that electronic device. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so through his policies, all right, he has all these executive orders, all right, which gradually is going to lead to this MOTB. All right, and like we said, it's going to create it's going to cause a lot of our people, to be in derision, because a lot of our people, they're not they rather trust in Egypt, okay, and they take a covering of Egypt and not of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Egypt, America being spiritually Egypt, Sodom and Babylon. All right, so that's going to cause a lot of our people to fall, but for the elect's sake, the Lord's going to shorten those days and intervene and bring down the kingdom of Esau, Edom, okay, the kingdom of the beast system. This is Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right? So Yahweh Shem Yahshai is shortening those days. Okay, and you can feel it. Days are going by much faster. But hey, when Jacob trouble really hits, the Lord is going to show favor unto his elect. Okay, to shorten the days, man. Okay, lest everybody perishes, man. All right, but this is going to be a demonstration of the mercy and grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, that great deliverance. Okay, right. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. There's different executive orders, those gradual approaches that this devil takes, such as planning to freeze the bank accounts and you know, you know, going into this one world order, okay, where he has full control of everything. All right, which ultimately is not gonna come to fruition because Yahweh Shem Yahshai is gonna stop his plans. All right, so I want to give all praises, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel.